Sonic High School features Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge, Espio and more in crazy high school drama, passionate romances, and crazy cliffhanger endings. It is known as the most addictive story online. Oh, I don't doubt it. Especially by Dank Matter. Gosh. And it is the ultimate Sonic story about high school. Of all of the Sonic stories about high school that must exist out there. Story contains no graphic descriptions of all the high school all the high school students are 18 years old. Wait, what do you mean no graphic descriptions? I saw that message from Zach earlier about whipped cream and vagina and peen. Re-uploading in case fanfic.net goes apeshit again. Dark Doom Firemaster. Oh. Well, here we go. No graphic descriptions exactly. What? Someone needs to update that description. What have you done? You've led to your banment, clearly. Right, here we go. Sonic woke up and looked at the clock. This music's getting annoying. Actually, I realised how short a loop it is, but oh well. Yes, it's going to go wonderful, don't worry. Sonic woke up and looked at the clock. 7 AM, it said, and Sonic screamed. I'm really late for school. I have to get to school now, said Sonic, jumping out of bed. Sonic put his clothes on really fast and ran out of his room because he is fast. What? Because he is fast? Other people can't run out of their room. Only the fast people. No time for breakfast, said Sonic as he ran past Sonic's mum. Sonic ran past Sonic's mum. Oh, it's good already. You will regret this, said Sonic's mum, leering at him from the kitchen stove, wearing aprons and oven mitts on her hands. Sonic did not care. He's way past school anyway. He was late. Sonic ran outside and ran to the bus stop where people were getting on the bus. Tails, Knuckles, wait for me, said Sonic as he ran towards the bus. Hey Knuckles, it's Sonic, said Tails to Knuckles at the bus stop. Well, yeah, I assumed so, because he said, hey Knuckles. He's late, said Knuckles to Tails before getting on the bus. Sonic ran so fast to the bus and he got on the bus after Tails. This is so in-depth. Just in time, said Sonic, huffing and puffing like he was doing the Cupid shuffle for the first time. The what? Since when does Sonic huff and puff anyway? I guess he's not used to his speed yet. Sonic sat down next to Tails. Yeah, he would. Gay. Oh, and Knuckles sat behind them, taking up both seats, the fat ass. I'm so bad, said Knuckles, laughing because he sat where two people could sit. Damn Knuckles, husband. Knuckles did this every day and no one bothered him, but they all knew it was against the rules of both man and God. What? The bus started and drove at the school and parked, and they got out. We're at school now, said Tails. It is time to go to class. Sonic was also at school. Yeah, I know, he got on the bus. So he went to his first class of the day, English class. Yeah, you need some of that. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much that was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat. There is no help, Takeshi. You're stuck here now, trapped with the rest of us. That bit with the lunch lady, is that in chapter 1? I've got to read as many chapters as it takes to get to that. Wait, yeah, why does he need the bus? Because he's not used to his speed yet. He's huffing and puffing, so he still needs to take the bus until he breaks in his new shoes. Speed shoes. God, and anime. Sonic is an anime now. Get into the balls. There's balls already. You can imagine the writer spending weeks on this. I want to write one, but it would be intentionally bad, so it wouldn't be funny. Notice Knuckles, unlike Sonic, I don't shut. Oh no, that song. It's amazing. Not the tip of the iceberg, we gotta go deep on this then. It is journal day, said Sonic's English teacher, Mrs. Lesson. Mrs. Lesson was tall and white and had grey hair, and she was not pretty.
Take out your journals and put them in a pile, and I will read one of your entries to the class.
Sonic took out his blue journal and ran to the front quickly and put his journal on her desk and ran back to his desk, all with his head down and not talking or looking at anyone. Sonic was so fast that he did it first. Everyone else did it afterwards and slower. Guess kind of a given. Mrs. Lesson grabbed a journal from the pile and Sonic knew it was his because it looked just like Sonic's journal. Sonic knew this because he had written in it so many times it was crazy. Mrs. Lesson opened to a totally random page and it was the worst page she could pick. She began to read, "Dear Journal, I called the doctor today about a problem." Oh no. So this is where it came from. "I have a problem with my balls. They are itchy, and it is difficult to sit still with them because they are so itchy. I have to back up against stucco surfaces and rub up and down on them to relieve the itchiness. No creams have worked. Creams only make my balls smell like the breath of a thoroughbred. And I think Amy, my girlfriend, noticed. I hope my doctor calls loves Sonic." Oh. Happy New Year indeed. Luckily we're still in 2024. Good. I don't want to start 2025 thinking about Sonic's sweaty balls. I'll see you later, Butane. Happy early New Year indeed. Have a good celebration, whatever you may do with it. You're sacred, yeah you are, Takeshi. The sacred Takeshi. Further down the shaft, Sonic's shaft. Oh, yes, no. The oh no, I'm sure there's going to be lots of oh no in this. I can't believe Butane would leave at this important moment. Did not try to cream the rabbit. He should try rubbing his balls on her face. "Oh no, stop reading," said Sonic, but he reacted too late because it was already read, all of it. Everyone in the class laughed and Sonic felt like an idiot arsehole because everyone knows all about his ball problems. Sonic felt his rage build up inside him like a pool of lava in a volcano. "Stop laughing at me, don't tell anyone," shouted Sonic in American accent. But everyone was laughing so loud that they did not hear him and Sonic was just so embarrassed and mad and sad, but more embarrassed, so he ran out of the class fast. Sonic ran to his locker and opened it and screamed into it. He screamed, "This sucks!" and curse words too. In capital letters, as in capitalization. "What's the problem?" said Tails. "Are you mad?" said Tails. Sonic was mad, so he nodded. "You should tell everyone that it's okay to have problems with your balls, and that they probably have problems that they do not want everyone to know about too, so stop laughing at me." Sonic thought Tails was right, because Tails was smart. Knuckles was there too, so he said, "Sonic, what is this I heard about your having problems with your penis and balls? Where'd the penis come from, Knuckles?" Sonic was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles and ran away quick. Where Sonic ran to was his next class. It's now second period, so it was okay. Oh, that's okay then. I was a bit worried there. And that class was history class. Sonic did not care about history class. "Hey Amy," said Sonic, "check me out." And Sonic did a dance move. "Wow, cool, let's kiss," said Amy, and Sonic and Amy kissed right there in the class, and some of the other people in the class watched, but the teacher wasn't there yet, so they didn't get in trouble, and who is going to tell Sonic he can't kiss his girlfriend in class? Amy kissed Sonic so hard that he was thinking, "Let's have sex," but he didn't say it because the teacher would show up by this time, so that by the time they started to have sex in history class, Sonic kissed back really hard and it was sexy to everyone. Damn right. Hell, I'm feeling it right now. I'm really feeling it. Yeah, sorry Milk, you chose a poor time to get home, or whatever you did, to arrive here at this time. You hate it so much. We should get in a voice call and people can take turns. No, that would be more suffering for them. cool, let's kiss. A normal thought. I mean, what do you do when you see someone? I don't know. Probably think, get out of my way. I don't want to interact with you, human. That's what I do. Curse words are serious business. Don't diss. Managed to miss this one back then. This is what I've always wanted. I've always liked the idea of reading like badly written fanfics. I always wanted to try reading My Immortal on stream, but because I've heard it all before, it wouldn't have the same effect on me. Kissing lewd. Oh, believe me, you haven't seen the half of it yet. If a certain message earlier is any indication. Makes me want to write more meme stories and smut. Do it. It'd probably be better written than this though, so it would be less funny. More fanfic reading. Maybe. If there's some also like infamously badly written ones out there that would be funny, I could take a peek. Right, the teacher arrived and they did class, but Sonic just looked at Amy the whole time, who was sitting next to Rouge. Oh yes, now we're talking. Amy and Rouge talked and they looked at Sonic sometimes and laughed, and Sonic thought Amy was telling her about how awesome Sonic kissed her, but it was not. Rouge was telling Amy about Sonic's gay ball problems, and Amy was Sonic's girlfriend, and she thought it was the funniest thing ever. Class ended and Sonic went to Amy quick and did not stop on the way. "Hey Amy, why do you go telling Rouge about how hard we kiss?" said Sonic with a smile on his face that meant he did not care that Amy did this and really wanted her to because it made him look cooler. "Actually, Rouge was telling me about the problems with your balls and penis and butthole." Where did the butthole come from now? "That everyone found out about in your English class." Wow, was Sonic surprised. He did not know what to say. I gotta continue. Chapter 2, The Prom. This is gonna get spicy. Into chapter 4. Okay, we'll do 4 chapters then. These chapters are short anyway. Your timeline in your head better be correct. I expect a big payout. Busting open with Amy. I mean, who could think of anything else anyway, really? Have you seen her? Yes, that's the problem. The whole reading. I mean, I guess it wouldn't take super long with how short the chapters are, but 5.5 hours already. The problem. Right, I'm going back to reading. I'd rather read this than puns. God. The rest of the day for Sonic was awful. So bad it was that Sonic went home and went right to the bathroom and took a big poop. That's pretty damn bad, I've got to admit. It was a mad poop because it went out fast. It shooted out of his butthole so fast that it was like a gun shooting. Oh man, Shadow would love it. His poop stunk so much that even the neighbours could smell it, and they all had a meeting at night about what to do about it, and they decided that they would just put fans on outside, and if it really started to smell again they would do something else. The run-on sentences. So Sonic pooped and went up to his room and shouted into his pillow, "I hate everything!" Sonic shouted loud and he heard a knock at his door. "What is wrong, Sonic?" asked Sonic's mum. Nothing, said Sonic. What? "Okay, just keep it down because I'm trying to watch the TV," said Sonic's mum to Sonic and left without saying anything else. Sonic was in his room still, so he looked out to the window and saw Tails flying there with his flying tails. "Sonic, you okay?" asked Tails. "I was worried about you, Sonic." Sonic was less mad because Tails was always nice and smart and didn't care that Sonic left his pawns around his room, and he could think about kissing and doing sex on Amy when he wasn't with Amy. "Please be happy," said Tails. "Are you there?" Sonic went to the window and opened the window. Sonic grabbed Tails and put him on the bed, because Sonic is strong too. "This day was the worst," said Sonic. "Everyone thinks I'm a gay loser all because I gave them my journal." Sonic cried a little and Tails put his hand under his face to catch his tears. Tears can stain a carpet. What? Is that a thing? Is that a saying or something? No, the run-on sentence is kill my lungs. Can read it without laughing every few lines, or I'm the man for the job. The strongest. Massive tits taking up the whole room. I hope so. I'm sorry, Milk. You're stuck here now, though. You gotta stay. We're all in this together. Solidarity. Doing sex on Amy, yes. It's good. How old was the person writing this, I wonder? I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if I want to know, honestly. I mean, Tails is cute at least. So I should do a collab. One to play a graphic novel, the rest of us to do voices. That is a fun idea. Didn't that happen at some point in the voice channel? Like, not on stream, but some people got together and read something. Tails hugged Sonic and said, I'm always here for you, for ooh, the prom is tonight also. Wow, I forgot, said Sonic. Sonic ran to his closet fast and pulled out his prom uniform, it's a tuxedo, and put it on faster. Is our limo here yet, Tails? Limo? For school kids? Or, well, they're 18, apparently, said Sonic while looking at Tails. Wait, why are they in high school if they're 18 years old? Well, it's Sonic World, so I guess the rules are different there. Yeah, yes, said Tails right back. Let's go! And Sonic went outside with Tails, who was also in prom clothing, and they went outside and got in the limo.
The limo is broken,
said the limo driver, who looked like a person but darker coloured. What do you mean, a person but darker coloured? Okay. Sonic and Tails got out of the limo and asked the limo driver if they could fix it.
Nope, the limo is broken eternally,
said the limo driver. So Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said, let's go, and ran all the way to the prom, which was on an island called Ghost Island. What a place for a prom. This place is scary, said Tails. Ghost Island was really scary. It was shaped like a skull and everything looked like it was dead. Sonic looked at Tails. Yeah, it is, said Sonic. Why would you put the prom on this island, said Tails. I don't see anyone else from the school here. Tails and Sonic were both worried about it all. Sonic and Tails walked forward and there was a haunted house. Sonic and Tails went into the haunted house and it was spooky. Sonic saw a ghost and Tails saw a mummy. There was a man laughing. Just a man laughing.
Ha ha ha, Sonic and Tails, now you are both here and fallen right into my trap.
Is it? It is the Eggman. I wondered if he was going to show up, said the man laughing. The man looked like a fat, immature gay. What? A fat, immature gay. It was Eggman. Eggman, why are you here? Why? No, Eggman, why you're here? Asked Sonic and shouted at Eggman. Are you here for the Chaos Emeralds? Sonic shook his fists at Eggman and Tails ran at him, but what an idiot he was because a cage fell down from the top of the sky and trapped Tails, the top of the sky.
You are doomed now, said Eggman. Welcome to a graveyard of you.
A graveyard of you. It's entirely Tails is in this graveyard. It is a fun idea and a probably cursed idea. 18 is like second year in sixth form. Okay, so I guess it could technically be high school still. Very well. This is some amazing writing. Sonic was shocked but did not run forward because he did not want to get caught too, but what if Eggman did not have another cage? Sonic did not know, so he went to the side into a different room. This room was smaller and had carpets and wallpaper. It was still scary though. Sonic said, I need to find a way out and to save Tails. And he walked into a door that was on the next wall. Next thing, said Sonic. And he came out of the room into the same room he was in. This is a haunted house, so you always come back to the same place, said Sonic, thinking of famous saying he saw once on the wall of a Walgreens where it was written. What? Why would there be a saying about a haunted house in Walgreens? Don't question it. Eggman laughed and pointed at Sonic.
I kissed Amy and now you can never date her again because I'm going to do sex to her tonight.
Yep. Just think about the kobolds. They'll make it okay. I need a stress relief kobold in my lap to pet. And squeeze like a stress ball right on the snoot. No, this cannot be real, said Sonic. Sonic knew that he had to do something, but what? Segs, man. I bet he uses an ovipositor. Stop crying, Zach, it's okay. Chapter 3. The two most important people. Sonic ran the fastest right to Dr. Eggman, right through his traps and jumped at the floating platform that Eggman was standing on. I'm coming for you, said Sonic, and he jumped up right to the platform and got so close but fell because it was just too high to reach even for Sonic. Sonic said, damn, and ran up the staircase that was in the middle of the big room that were under Eggman. Sonic ran to the top, and at the top he jumped again from a higher spot, and this time reached the platform because it was easier to get to it. Now you are mine, shouted Sonic right to Eggman in his ear.
I'm not going to fall this easily, said Eggman, who then grabbed a crystal remote control out of his pocket and pressed a button on it that made a dome of lasers a dome of lasers around Eggman.
Get out of here, yelled Eggman. I am Eggman and I will have my way with the treasures of this island, said Eggman. Eggman flew up higher on his platform, and Sonic had already fell from the lasers that were on the floating platform, so Sonic didn't get to go to... Oh, this is so... Like, sometimes I feel like I'm misreading as I do, but it's actually how it's written. You thought your first kiss would be Sonic, but it was I, Eggman. Oh no. Dio was bad enough already. Where was I? Yes. Eggman disappeared into a purple and black portal. Oh, Salazzle. Fart portal. At the top of the ceiling. The ceiling. And Sonic was left at the bottom of the room on the middle of the stairs. Amy still has to be here somewhere, and I need to get Tails out of that locked cage, said Sonic, thinking about what he should do next. Sonic ran up the stairs really fast and down the hallway at the top of the stairs on the second floor. Sonic picked a door and ran into the door. The room Sonic ran into the door. Bonk. The room Sonic ran into had a big picture of an old man on it, and he looked just so old that it was like seeing a skeleton right there. Is this relevant? Sonic said, this man probably died ages ago and left all his money from being in real estate to his sons who build this place. Sonic thought this was not the right room to be in, so he left it and went into the next room. Deep lore about the haunted house. Is this going to be mentioned ever again? Probably not. It's written like a potato. It is. A sentient potato came alive just to write this for its brief existence. Don't you love science? Has Salazzle locked away? Fuck, I'm with Sonic. I'm gonna join him in this story. We need to rescue Tails and Salazzle. What is that? It's a meat creature. A pink meat creature. This was the right room to be in, Sonic knew immediately. There was a big red bed and Amy was tied with rope around her feet and hands, and there was another rope around her head with a lock in her mouth so she couldn't open it or say anything at all. Sonic ran right to the bed without doing anything before doing that and untied Amy with his sonic speed. I'm so glad you're here, said Amy. This prom is not turning out like I hoped it would when I bought this dress. Amy was wearing a pretty red dress that was like what she normally wears, but longer, and there were 2 flowers on the 2 shoulders. Amy's dress also made her boobs look bigger, Sonic noticed. Sonic thought for just a moment that this was the perfect moment to get her to give sex to him, but he did not do it because Tails still needed help. Ah, Nice guy, Sonic.
Oh my god, a new subscription.
Happy New Year soon.
Soon. Thank you muchly, Harley. Subscribing to this of all streams. We're reading a very, very well written Sonic fanfic. You've arrived just in time. But yes, thank you muchly, and yes, Happy New Year almost to you too. How you doing, and how was your holiday? I think, did I already ask you? I think I already did, maybe. I don't remember. I've lost track of who I asked. I might have asked you like a day or two ago. But how was it anyway? Doing okay. Good. I am fine, thank you. Well, I was until I started reading this. Now I'm doing even better. Where was I? Yes. Yes. Where is the key to open Tails' cage? Said Sonic to Amy. We need to open Tails' cage. He can't get out the cage. Yes. I saw Eggman putting a key in a safe behind the picture in the room you were just in, said Amy. Oh, okay, it is coming up again. So let's go get it. Amy and Sonic ran to the next room and Sonic got there first. He is the faster one in the relationship. Well, he is Sonic. One would assume so. I hope they rub their balls together. You're not far off, honestly. Sonic talked about, well, his journal talked about how his balls were so itchy, so he had to rub them on stucco walls, and they got sweaty. It was pretty hot, I gotta admit, no. Ending the year thinking of Sonic's sweaty balls. Ah, lovely. Yes, the very worst time. A worse time could not be picked. Blame Zach. Was it Zach who said? Yeah, Zach linked it. I feel like I remember someone else suggesting reading it as well. In the relationship. Yeah, she's his girlfriend. Oh no. No, I didn't mean the lovely bit. Great. I'm not into Sonic. I say a lot of things, as in I say there's a lot of things I'm not into that I actually am, but Sonic, no thank you for real. Ever since he read his journal, as in the teacher read his journal, you and Infernal, the usual suspects. But, what are your plans? Wait, I think I did already ask you what your plans were for New Year as well. I don't remember though, so I'll ask again. Does the Harley have any New Year plans? Oh no, it was Serges that I asked. Maybe it was probably when you were both there actually, I don't remember. Brain bad. It's gone soggy from this. Where was I? There. Sonic punched his big strong hand right through the painting like a bodybuilder and found the safe behind the painting. Couldn't they have had Knuckles along for that? This safe needs a password, said Sonic. What could it be? Sonic thought long and hard. Yeah, I bet he did. About everything he knew about Eggman. Sonic knew Eggman was a gay arsehole who always ruined Sonic's plans to be the hero, and now he ruined Sonic's prom. Sonic tapped on his brain. And thought harder. Maybe the password is his name. Yeah, well done, Amy. As if, said Amy. It was not, and Sonic knew it before Sonic put it into the safe lock. I love her for her body, thought Sonic. Sonic thought harder and had an idea. What if the password is Sauxidlarim? Finally shouted Sonic at Amy next to him. Amy, who was there, said, "What does that mean?" Amy, Sonic's girlfriend, was confused. What is this sentence? Amy, who was there, said, "What does that mean?" Amy, Sonic's girlfriend, was confused. Oh, yeah, whatever. Don't question it. It is Chaos Emeralds backwards. Well, I guess, in a way. Wait, no it isn't. It's Coas Emeralds backwards. Sort of. But he really wants what he really wants, but messed up, so we would not guess it. Oh, I guess it was intentionally messed up. Maybe, I don't know. Screamed Sonic, so happy. Sonic typed the password into the safe, and would you know it, it popped open and there was this big key, so Sonic took it. Sonic ran down the stairs, and then Amy did, and Sonic opened Tails' cage and Tails got out. Didn't the cage get lifted away or something? I don't remember. As you might imagine, I didn't really commit much to memory. Not really gonna be doing a stream. Oh, okay. Good. I shall be there, or be square, and I don't want to be a square. I'd rather be a round thing, so I can fit places. I don't want to go in the square hole. That sounds good. I look forward to it. I hope you enjoy the stream when it comes, because it's good to enjoy a New Year celebration thing. This is destroying my brain. I've had good brain this whole stream. Planted the seed. I don't want to think about seed while I'm reading this. Coass. Chew ass, yes. I'm so glad to be safe again. Thanks to you, Sonic. The day is saved. Tails was smiling bigger than a crocodile having a silly dream, but Sonic was not. What's wrong, Sonic? Everything is right now, said Sonic. Huh? What is wrong, Sonic? Everything is right now, said Sonic. Whatever. No, it isn't, said Sonic, so mad and sad. Eggman got away without a real punishment for what he did. Sonic shook his face at the sky. Yum! Yum! I need it, thank you. Fuel. No, it isn't, said Sonic, so... wait. No, where was I? Yes. Sonic shook his face at the sky, thinking about how Eggman slipped away like a slippery balloon that Sonic let go of. But we are all safe, Amy said. That is what really matters. Sonic figured right then that Amy's superpower must be being nice, because he knew before it wasn't being smart, which Tails was best, and Sonic is also good at it too. Sonic did not even think about how this day at school was bad anymore, because his balls did not really even itch anymore. I'm glad we're coming back to that. That was an unresolved issue. Sonic laughed, Tails laughed, Amy laughed, and they went home ready for the next day of high school. Oh, I'm ready too. Chapter 4, Getting a Date. Old man shakes face at Cloud. Maybe the old man is Arbiter, still ranting about Final Fantasy VII. His face. Wait, was there a dot? Did I miss a dot? No. That's okay. Okay, I guess this will be the last chapter I read for now. Wait, was there an I'll give you an Wait, it doesn't work on this source, never mind. I was gonna make some bloke slippery balloon. It's probably dipped in Sonic's oil sweat. Oil sweat, ball sweat. Oily ball sweat. Sonic knew at that moment. Bop that bussy, oh dear. Probably will be some of that here. Sonic did like in the first chapter and went to school again. Now it's lunchtime and Sonic was in the lunchroom. Sonic was telling all of the people at his table who were Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Espio and Charmy B. Wait, I didn't say Charmy was in this, did it? Whatever. About what did happen yesterday, but Tails already knew, so he was nodding his head like a good friend. You should have seen it, said Sonic. I was in the haunted house and I shot Eggman. What? But I let him get away right before I could have killed him. Sonic laughed and Tails laughed at the same time.
Knuckles said, "You should stop going on these cool adventures because high school is more important," said Knuckles, and Sonic knew he was right because it's called Sonic High School and it should be more about the high school part. So Sonic asked them all what they're up to. "Well, I'm entering this science competition," said Tails. "To win the science competition, I have to come up with the best invention, and my invention is this invisibility hat. Makes you invisible, but I can't do it right now because I have to make sure it works perfect for the science competition." Tails was so smart that Sonic knew he would win the science competition, because Tails is like Inestin? Huh? Tails is like Inestin. Inestin. Is that someone? Oh, Einstein, okay. "Nerd!" shouted Knuckles right into Tails' ear. What a bad guy. "I'm just hanging out and not going to class because I want to cause trouble," said Knuckles. Knuckles, the guy who was just saying high school's more important than cool adventures. Knuckles was so bad that he would cause trouble. Sonic thought Knuckles was a fuck. Shadow was next, and he was badder than Knuckles, but in a different way. "I'm not going to be around much longer," said Knuckles. What the hell? He always did at the end of what he was saying because it was mysterious. Oh, he always did ... at the end of what he said because it was mysterious. "Where are you going?" said Tails because he was curious. "I'm going to kill my... Wait, Shadow? "I'm going to kill my parents," said Shadow. See, this is how Shadow is worse than Knuckles. He did serious bad things. At least at the end of the day, Knuckles could sleep. Shadow was too dark for that. Oh man. Einstein spelled wrong. Einstein. What a fuck. I liked that little bit. Just concise and to the point. I don't know what Espio sounds like. "I'm gonna try out for the football team," said Espio. Espio is athletic like Sonic, but not as fast, but he had a horn on his nose that was good for attacking people in front of him, so Sonic thought he would be good at football. Why? You're supposed to attack people in football. "I'm gonna go try out for the play," said Charmy Bee. Charmy Bee was loud and singing always. "You're an annoying FAG, so you should do great," said Knuckles. Just being careful not to say it on Twitch because it's probably frowned upon. "Do not hurt my feelings," said Charmy. Charmy was used to being hectored. Hectored? Is that supposed to be heckled, I guess? I don't know. So he was able to remove himself from his potent fury. "Did you see Rouge just now?" said Espio. "She's looking so hot in her tiny bra." Oh yes. Espio obviously wanted to kiss her deep. You should ask her out," said Sonic. But the prom was yesterday." "Well," said Espio. "Well, that is okay. You can date any time," said Sonic. "Oh," said Espio. "Well, then I'm gonna kiss and sex her tonight." Just like that. Espio was like a little boy looking at his mom's boob for the first time. Okay. Sonic and Tails together were both looking at each other and they wanted to help Espio. "We're gonna help you get a date," said Sonic and Tails at the same time, simultaneously. "And we are gonna do it right now," said Sonic and Tails. Sonic and Tails got up and both grabbed one of Espio's arms and dragged him across the room, as Sonic did the most dragging because he is stronger, and put him right at Rouge. "What is this about?" said Rouge with a questioning sound. She blinked, her eyelids quickly like a race car. "What do you want? Why are you here?" Espio looked right into her eyes with a passion like 100 barking dogs and said, "Rouge, will you go out with me?" Espio was sweating and there were drops of sweat dropping off of his hands in front of her. "I don't know," said Rouge and looked at Espio. Rouge gave him a sexy look that made Espio feel in love.
Please do it, said Sonic and Tails together at the same time. Okay, we can go on a date tonight, said Rouge. Sonic and Tails and Espio were stoked, and high-fived right there. By the time this night ended, one of them would have done their first sex. Now, here's the hard part. Oh, wait. Now, here's the hard part, said Espio. How do I put sex in her without getting in trouble? What do you mean getting in trouble? You're 18 years old. Sonic and Tails looked at each other and thought, uh-oh, and Sonic walked out while holding onto Rouge's boobies because they are now boyfriend and girlfriend and is allowed to do that. Just to clarify, that's fine. Hi Jelly, welcome, another one into the fray. Another one has chosen a poor time to join. Go on, I need one more. One more chapter and then I'm ending. Chapter 5, Preparations. I'm scared. Is it still only the tip of the iceberg? But yes, I hope you are well, Jelly. I hope you had a good holiday. And happy early new year. Oh, partying already. It was the end of the day at school and it was time that Sonic and Tails and Knuckles got back on the bus at the bus stop to board it all the way home from school. We are on the bus now, said Tails. No more classes. Tails was happy but sad because he is smart. What? Sonic and Tails sat down together and Knuckles sat right in the middle of the aisle, which he usually did not do, but sometimes did when not everyone was on the bus. It looked like Espio and Rouge were not on the bus because they were too busy getting ready to go sex tonight now that they are boyfriend and girlfriend. Knuckles laid across the aisle even more stretched out than when he just sat across two seats, because now the limits were the Alpha and the Omega. Sure, I'm sure they are. How can we help Espio? Said Sonic to Tails. Tails responded, I don't know, and thought about it on the bus. The bus drove bumpy on the bumpful roads. The bumpful roads. All the way home, and then they all got out at the bus stop that they normally got.
Subscription.
Hello? Thank you muchly, Jelly. How does this deserve this? I don't know. But yes, thank you muchly for the continued prime. Much appreciated. You'll not be sleeping tonight. Good. Stay awake. And party. How do I put the sex in her? The fanfiction by Little Karibo, or yeah, Dark something. What is it? Dark Doom something. Dank Matter, it was someone else. Dark Doom Fire something. Something like that. Oh, maybe Dank Matter is the author? I don't know. It said something, some other name as well. Cat to perform glory kill on your fingers. What? Don't have a cat. Proof that they're arseholes. It's not just my one. Tape up those fingers with new skin tape. Or flex tape, I guess. Flex seal. Thinking of a meal. That'll cure all the problems. Oh, the red steak run. Congrats. Skill. Ah yes, yeah, welcome back to the Sonic High School. It's very good. It is a work of art. My new favourite book. Where was I? There. Walked the rest of the way home. Wait. Yeah. Sonic ran out of the bus and then Tails and then Knuckles in order. Time to go home, said Tails. We are almost there. And they walked the rest of the way to home. When they got home, weird throat sound, I don't know if that was, whatever, if that came across. Pardon me, or whatever it was. When they got home it was dinner time and Sonic was at a different home from Tails and Knuckles because they were all in different families. You don't say. So they did not live together, and Sonic's mum made a dinner. Sonic's mum made Chinese food and Sonic ate it, and at the end there was a fortune cookie and Sonic broke it open and ate the cookie part and kept the paper that was inside that held a magical fortune on it. Sonic looked at the fortune and read it to himself inside of his head. The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis. Don't I know it? Said Sonic inside of his head, reading the fortune cookie paper, and he knew it was a good sign for what was about to happen tonight when Espio and Rouge went to sex. Then the phone ringed. Sonic ran to the phone and picked it up and said hello into it. I don't know why that's funny. Hello. As in, hello. It was Tails. I have an idea, said Tails on the phone to Sonic, who was listening but not speaking. I can give Espio my invisibility hat, that for the science competition, and he can use it to do sex for Rouge. Why would he need to be invisible for it? Sonic smiled so wide, like the King of Fire. Who's that? Finding out he burned down New York City with only his fire powers. Okay, who's the King of Fire? The King of Fire. Is it a thing? I don't know, whatever. Sounds cool though. Sonic and Tails went to Espio's house later, which was not too easy to walk to normally for most people, but Sonic is super fast, so he ran there and helped Tails get there too, seeing as Tails is not as fast as Sonic. They knocked on the house, and Espio came out of the door. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Good enough. Brush over burning down New York City. Well, who cares about New York City? No, there's pizza there. Here is my invisibility hat that you can use with Rouge tonight to make sex in. Make sex in the hat. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear you when you are wearing the hat, and when someone who is wearing the hat someone who is wearing the hat wants you to be impossible to see and impossible to hear. What? It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear you when you are wearing the hat, or when someone who is wearing the hat wants you to also be impossible to see. Oh, okay. Screamed Tails, whose voice— oh my god, I can't believe it's the correct whose. That's actually impressive. Whose voice was a little hoarse from ordering food with the lunch lady, whose hearing was lost in an earthquake in her childhood. Are earthquakes typically known for making people go deaf? Maybe. Tails had to say the things he wanted so loud, so she would still say, what? And Tails wondered why she even had ears if she wasn't going to use them. Espio grabbed the invisibility hat from Tails' hands and said, cool, thanks, and kept going, so Sonic and Tails left and wished him luck from far away at their own homes. Back at home, Sonic thought that it would be good that Espio would get sex into Rouge, so then he could explain it to Sonic, and Sonic would know how to find Amy's sex spots even better, because otherwise he would have to read about it online, because all he knew about was kissing, which wasn't really sex, but it was probably kind of the same thing, and Sonic would just read about it online before talking about it anyway, and he knew, and he would know the right words for the things then. This is amazing. Make sure it was a complete paragraph, it was some backstory. A nameless NPC. This keeps happening, like some rich guy who owned the haunted house and was, I don't remember, something about his son. And that was just not important. Backstory for the photo that hid the safe, but that was it. It's like Dark Souls. Yes. Sonic sat on his chair that was in front of his Sonic computer and opened up Sonic Instant Messenger and messaged Amy, who was doing the same thing but at her home, and said, hey Amy, want to finally become true boyfriend and girlfriend by reaching sex this weekend? It's got like every possible different variation on like having sex. Doing sex, getting sex inside her. And reaching sex. Almost every paragraph is a single sentence, yeah. Barely any punctuation sometimes. Oh.
brain breaking. It's already broken. This is breaking it even more. How am I alive? This is torture. Bradbury, as in Ethan Bradbury. Important to know about sex bots. Yeah, it is. Maybe I'll learn something from this too. Fill you with sex. Oh yes. Later, once I'm done with this, I'll know all the secrets to putting sex inside you. Sonic waited for a long time at his computer, and it seemed like Amy was not there because she did not respond to anything. Sonic played games online and beat all the final bosses because he was like an alien sent to Earth to destroy records set by others. Then finally Amy responded. What Amy said was, "No way!" Sonic was so shocked, his brain must have felt like a total idiot. I can't stop. I said this is going to be the last one, and it's been 6 hours, but I need another one. What have you done? Warning, contains the worst sex scene ever written. Am I allowed to read this? This chapter doesn't have a name. Wait, yes it does, Espion Rouge. Well, the formatting keeps changing. Oh, I guess it's just because this summary is here this time. Blue sphere. Is this safe, or am I going to get banned? I don't trust anything while I'm reading this. Okay, that's fine. Well, no way, no way? Yes way. After this is a doozy, oh no. I don't want to get banned for New Year. Saving the drinks for New Year's Eve. You feel like you need it for this. Don't drink all of it, you better save some. But cheers to Sonic High School. We are going to be finishing this on another stream, I hope you know. This is too good not to finish. No, for like 10 years. And you're still alive? Espio walked to Rouge's house because it was time for their date together. Ah, here we go. Yeah. And all Espio could think about was that they were about to make sex for the first time. Espio looked at the computer and read about what to do and what the right words were so he would know how it works and how to say it right so no one would make fun of him. How is anyone gonna know? Are they all watching? It was Rouge's house he was at now, and it was in front of him. Espio knocked Rouge's house door. I hope she is home, said Espio, and she was. She opened the door just then. Hello, I'm home, said Rouge, always looking always sexy in her tiny baby bra and big cool boobs. Espio thought she looked like the hottest woman in the world, and he could see from here. Where are you taking me on our date tonight? Whispered Rouge in a sex-filled voice. Sex-filled voice. Espio had thought this one over on the way over so that he could say it right the first time and get her to do what he wanted. That's sex. Well, said Espio, just let me put on this science hat and we will begin sex. It's like a ritual. Hi ho, I'm Dad. I prefer the comfort and the safety of puns now, actually, over this. I'm coming back to chat and staying here. It goes way deeper. I'm worried. I don't know if any of it is too much for Twitch. It's probably fine if it's just reading, I guess. Not even whiskey is enough. Better mix it with something else, like, I don't know, probably don't. I don't know, is mixing drinks dangerous? Maybe. But then, maybe completely forgetting this night is for the best. Vodka and mixers. Big cool boobs. Or maybe it's the middle of winter. No. Rouge looked shocked, but she probably was excited too. Espio could tell they both had an erection. Wait, what do you mean they both did? Futa Rouge. What? Said Rouge in a shocked way. Right here? Espio said, yes, this hat was made by Tails pacifically
for our date. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear while I'm wearing it. Espio did a cool face at her because being smart can be cool too as long as you're not a nerd ass. Lady boner. I guess so. I guess, yeah, the clit. Rouge said, "Okay, let's go inside," and gently grabbed Espio's hand. But he pulled it back and she fell, causing him to fall, and they both together fell onto the grass where they rolled around in it until they were about in the middle of Rouge's house's front lawn. So there was plenty of room around them for activities. "No," said Espio, "I want to make sex in you right here." And Espio put on the invisibility hat so nobody could see or hear them, and a whole new world of possibilities were optioned to them. So they could do sex in whatever way they wanted, and it was time to start sex right now. Oh, here we go. Espio revealed his penis to Rouge, who looked at it. Rouge said, "Cool, cool," and took out her vagina. Espio's penis was really big from looking at Rouge, like when he is in church. And it's so boring, but you just get a boner anyway, do you? I mean, I've never been, so if you say so. Rouge's vagina looked like a surprise a surprise ghost. Excuse me? Espio's penis approached Rouge like a plane flying down at the airport. But instead of being full of businessmen, it was full of Espio's creamy Italian salad dressing. "Here it comes!" cried Espio, ramming his mauve Avenger into Rouge's vagina spot. Rouge screamed sex noises, and Espio messed around with her boobs and face like she was the X-Men arcade game. Espio slapped his big, awesome penis from side to side in her vagina like a hot dog windshield. Hot dog windshield wiper, and Rouge was ripping grass from the lawn. Oh. Then Espio used his tail to flip her over, he can do this, and put his penis into her butt. He moved his penis in circles in her butthole like he was building a golf course and digging out the back nine. What are you on about? Rouge was flapping her bat wings like an idiot and not flying because Espio's was holding onto her ass cheeks and pressing into them with his fingers and leaving marks that looked like it said "wow." I thought you said this was the worst sex scene ever written. This is amazing. When combined with the spot where her butthole is. And that is what she felt, because Espio seemed to be a sex professional. Espio used his tail again to flip her over and did all-star sex things like using his penis like a rolling pin on her face and plugging his penis into her belly button to see how far it would go, and making a balls hurricane with swirling his balls and her balls. Finally, they both got so sexy that Espio's penis ejaculated and semen came out of it and landed on Rouge, who was lying there on the lawn, but nobody could see them, so it was okay. At that part, Espio screamed, "It's semen time!" And Rouge shouted, "Create a generation in me!" Espio ejaculated semen on her, into her vagina, and that was what happened. Now that they were done doing sex, they put their penis and vagina and balls away, and Espio took off the invisibility hat, and it was like nothing ever happened. But they both know.
It's semen time.
It is, unfortunately. Thanks, Infernal. But they both know it did because they were there for it. "Bye-bye," said Espio, and Espio walked off her property and away to his house, and did the rest of his things until school happened the next day. Oh fuck. Alright, I'm bookmarking this for next time. So, I don't know about you, but I'm getting into romance novels after this. Oh man. Get me out of here, hi.
Oh, hello. What? I didn't even press the button this time. I guess it was queued up. Piss off. He just wanted to be in on the action.